Hey, coaches, welcome back to Football Talk with Coach Chip. It's been a busy summer, and we're all about ready to start. Getting ready to start here July 31st. So that is a week from tomorrow. And I wanted to talk to you today about the gap down backer blocking scheme. Remember, the gap down backer offensive line manual is available for you. Be sure to tune in at the end of the video to see how you can get it. And today we're going to look at it. What do you do against a blitzing defense that really packs the box in? And you can see the picture here. There's an actual high school football game of a team that was using gap down backer. And it's close at the end of the game. And they're trying to run the clock out. I think they're up by 2 or 3 touchdowns. They're just trying to run the clock out. The other team had just scored. And now they're trying to get the ball back. They're not conceding. And they have got 9 jokers in that box. So let's see what happens on Football Talk with Coach Chip. So I drew up the defense using my Just Play program, exactly like the defense you're going to see on the video. Okay, remember now, this is no combo blocking. This isn't the GOD blocking, gap on down, gap on over, good blocking, whatever. This is GDB, straight GDB, no combo double teams. So let's start on the play side. You got gap down backer right there. He's going to he's on his way. There's nobody in his gap. There's nobody down. So he's on his way to the Mike backer versus a 3-3 stack, or maybe even versus a 4-3. I don't know. Depends on how they're lined up. But anything that crosses his track on the way, he picks it up. He doesn't void anything. He doesn't apply the brakes. He's gone. And he gets whatever shows up. And you'll see on the video that they blitzed. The play side guard, gap down backer. Nobody's in his gap, but somebody's down, so he blocks down. The center's rule is back. Now, I do it a little different from the other lineman. He's going to step with that left foot with his eyes right through here. And he's going to pick up first thing backside. Well, that Mike, he made the center's job a little easy on as far as recognition goes because he walked up. So right now the center knows that's my dude. I got the first thing back. And then the backside tackle's got the gap hinge. I like to call it gap flip because I want to make sure he gets in that gap. And I let the rule emulate his steps. Gap, I teach 2 steps. It's almost like a kick slide, sideways kick slide. I'm going to go boom, boom, okay? Gap, 2 steps flat into the gap. Eyes looking. If something comes in the B gap, you get it. You'll see this left tackle did a great job on the clip. Let that end run up the field right here and picked up this wheel backer, and that was good stuff. And then notice it's same side power. We call this a stack alignment because when we put the tackle and the H, the tackle and the sniffer on the same side, we call it stack. So speaking of the H or the sniffer, he's got to kick the D in. Now this guy did not do it the way we talk about it in the gap down backer manual, but he did a heck of a job doing it. Okay, I teach 2 steps, step out, step in, outside foot, inside foot, then turn out. This kid kind of took a jab step, let the D in run up the field, and then J blocked him on out. And it's obvious why it's a J block. Okay, let's look at it on video. Let's talk about each block in particular. Okay, now you can see the situation. It is second down and a long 5, maybe 5.5 or 6. They do not want to throw the football. They're trying to kill the clock. They're in their 4-minute offense. And this team knows it. That's why they're stacked in the box. You can see they got 9 right here. See right there? They walked it up. That Mike backer came running up late. But he's letting him know stack backer comes running up late. So he's coming B. Mike backer's going to come A. They're going to bring this guy right here. And I'm going to let it run through. See him look up? Boom. That's what I call that storming the gates of hell. Right here's blown up a little bit. Picked up about 4 or 5 yards. I think he hit about a yard short of the first down. They're going to convert that joker on 3rd down. Good tackle by the free safety. All right, let's start on play side. He is going to take what I call the down step. It's like some guys take on a bucket on the outside zone, call it a bucket step. Now, this isn't in the gap down backer OL manual because it's aimed at younger teams, but I'll be more than happy to share with you film like this showing you how we do it. Imagine your heels are on the line. Let's just say we're doing a drill right here, and you put your heel here when you're teaching this. That's the foot. Okay? They're going to pick their foot up and put it down like this. Notice how it's angled inside, and it's gone for how wide are the lines? 2 inches. So he's going to pick it up and drop about 2 inches. You said he's going to lose ground, but what happens when he does that, it opens up his hips to come right here. Because if this guy had taken, let me erase these, taken a traditional haul-ass step in there, just firing out of there like a bat out of hell, like his hair was on fire, he would not have gotten this guy. And they would have had more than they could have blocked. Even with the wrapping guard, you see when it finishes what I'm talking about. So that's why we started doing this. Some people call it a drop step, some people call it a bucket step. I didn't want it to have any connotation with zone. So we call it a down step. He's going to watch him pick that foot up. And some guys I've coached really don't do much but pick it up and put it down, almost like a power hitter that really doesn't take a step in baseball. They just kind of pick their foot up and put it down to trigger their hips. He'll pick it up and put it down with it aimed inside at that angle. And watch how it opens up his hips this way, where it allows this dude, and where it really comes in handy is when you got a guy that's in a 4, and what you do, and you're not pausing and waiting on him, you're just taking that step and going. But if they're really quick and they're running, they're in a 4 or even a 4I, when you pick that foot up, put it down and go, you've let that guy get on your track, okay? Whether it be a blitzing backer or a head up, let's say it was a head up right here. And if he slants inside, picking that foot up and putting it down allows you to get him. And if you just take off, and so many people that run gap down backer scheme have undersized linemen. This kid here is not undersized. He's about 260. But so many have undersized linemen that are quick. They're gone. And so you got a 4 or a linebacker. In this case, it'd been a linebacker because the DN is out here like I don't know what he's in. He's in a ghost 5 or 7 on the slot. Taking that down step allows you to get that where these guys can't fit up outside the down block. And it gives you more people outside the down block than you can account for with your pullers and your kickers. All right, let's watch. We'll slow this joker down. Watch him pick his foot up. Boom, right there. You see it? Watch, I'll do it again. Watch, he picks his foot up and puts it down right there. And look what it does. Look where his hips are. Now he's there for the down block. That blitzing backer is going to blitz across his track. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to get that gap down backer manual. Got a great several slides, pages devoted to the railroad tracks. And what happens when you pick that foot up and put it down, you allow that defense to reveal their intentions. And when he crosses that path, the train gets him. Boom, see? Keep your base, big boy. And washes him on down. All right, let's watch the right guard. Right guard was a good one. He more or less just kind of picks his foot up and puts it down. Okay? See, look, and look what he does with his hips. Works that play side hip right here up the field. By the way, the tackle does too. Watch them both. Look at that. It just washes everything down. And also doing what I call the down step allows your linemen to easily convert their angle to a severe angle. Because these guys, they commit to their gaps. And once they do, watch what the guard does. Picks his foot up, puts it down, lets that nose reveal himself. And as soon as he does, he's going to make contact and then work that play side hip upfield and drive him flat. Remember, that's what it's all about. You want horizontal movement in the gap down backer scheme. Watch. Boom, contact's made. See there? It's picking up that foot and putting it down. It didn't have to do a drop step. It's just a trigger mechanism, if you will. And then watch his play side hip. It's power right at this particular place, so it's his right hip. Watch him work it up the field. He's got a great O-line coach. I know him well, and it wasn't me. I'm not being sarcastic. Ed Williams. Been doing it for years, several state championships. He was on some of those great Calhoun, Georgia staffs about, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the early 2000s. Boom, right there, good. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't get real picky with center steps because my thing is make sure that snap's on point and you take whatever step you got to take. Now, I'm going to coach them up, but we ain't going to get picky about it. If we can get a good snap and get him where we want him, I don't care how he does it. Of course, we know there's certain things. I don't think they can skip pull. I don't think they need to be crossing over with their play side foot coming over. But it's got their angle, if you will, their release point can vary from center to center. Some need to go flat because they don't get off the ball as quick because they're making sure of the snap. Some can take a snap an angle as good as the guard or the tackle. I don't get caught up in that. Now, where I think the defense could have helped themselves was not reveal their intentions. This is late in the game. They know the offensive snap count. He should have waited, maybe. And what that would have done, maybe that center would have disappeared and gone all the way back to here. And then he'd have been a free runner coming right through here. Because the nose went this way, and that's who the guard gets. But by coming up, he lets him know. That's why I teach them, take a step with your eyes right here like you're looking kind of not tunnel vision, but funnel vision. So they can see if he comes, or he comes. Does that make sense? We talk about that in the Gap Down Backer Manual. So watch the center. He does a great job. It's a good snap. Steps flat, and then brings that second step. That's the power step, the drive step, if you will, and drives into him. Boom. Hits him so hard he knocks him back, and then he stays with him. Knocks him back, knocks him sideways. But look what happens. He knocks that backer all the way out here. Totally displaces him by using his momentum. We talk about that in the manual. He uses his hard charging momentum, boom, and knocks that joker back over here. Look there. Look here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All back over here, blocked by 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, because the DN took himself out by shooting outside. All right, let's go. Let's keep working. All right, here's your backside guard. Now, this coach did not teach the skip pull. We're not going to break fellowship over that. He ends up getting this guy right here because this guy blitzed. Pull, stay tight to your down blocks. Find that tackle's down block. It looks like he's pretty tight. We don't have an end zone shot of it, but it looks pretty snug. Okay, usually we teach eyes inside, but against a stack 50, we're going to get the inside guys with the down blocks. And so what you can teach them on a stack 50, they're going to get the stack backer. Well, the stack backer blitzed, and that was either a safety or an outside backer or whatever that came in. But we got everything on the inside with these guys, see? Boom. All right, let's look at the H. Again, I like outside step, inside step, and then push off for your J block. This kid does like a jab step. That's his timing mechanism, so he doesn't beat the down blocks. And then he does his J block on this kid here. It worked in this case. Boom. Not super physical, but staying with him. Good. So they couldn't account for the safety. You say, Coach, why is that a great play? They didn't get but 4 yards. It's a great play because they got 9 friggin' jokers in the box. And the one dude they couldn't block was 2 dudes they couldn't block. This one right here took himself out, And this one right here did a fine job stepping up, making the play. That's the reason he's called a safety. Because if he puts a move on him or trucks that dude, that's 6. That's a good football play. And that's how you block gap down backward, almost to a T. These jokers put on a clinic. Okay, guys, that's it for this episode of Football Talk with Coach Chip. I recorded this in July of 2023. For those of y'all that really follow the channel and really follow me on the socials, and those of you I've got personal relationships with over the last 3 years since Football Talk with Coach Chip went public, already know this, but I've accepted the head coaching job. I came out of retirement and accepted the head coaching job of the Lynette High School Panthers in Lynette, Alabama. No, I didn't have to move. Y'all, again, that follow me know I live in Georgia, but it's only 23 miles from the house. It's a place that I consider home, and it's a short commute, even shorter than the one I was making last year right here in Georgia. And so that's why it's kind of slowed down some this summer. When I'm normally, when we're not in season, I really load up the videos and slow down during the season. I can't tell you how much I'm going to be doing. This is a new, even though the school's not new to me, the gig is new. And so I'm going to do it when I can. This is a Sunday afternoon. Got up, went for my run this morning, worked in the garden, pulling some tomato plants that aren't producing anymore. So it's late July. And so, you know what, I'm going to make a video. I've had this on my mind and on my heart. This clip that I've, a collection of plays that I have. And by the way, if you want to send me stuff, Lynette High School Varsity Panthers on Huddle, send it to me. Or if you want to send it to me through Quick Cut, contact me at seagle.chip at gmail.com, and I'll tell you the information there, how you can send me stuff. I covet your videos, and because I'm just a nerd, I watch them all the time. And just watching the other day, a few days ago, I saw this, and I said, that is a great power play. Look how many guys are in the box. But anyway, all right, remember, available from Football Talk with Coach Chip to subscribers, all these things right here, I'm not going to read them. You can read and you can pause. All right, these are free to subscribers. Also, we've still got our big book of bucks and the offensive line manual for gap scheme, for gap down backer scheme. And you can contact me at seagle.chip at gmail.com or hit me up on the socials. On Twitter, I'm at Chip Seagle. I think it's Coach Chip at Chip Seagle. Or on Facebook, I have a Football Talk with Coach Chip page on Facebook. If you're a Facebook kind of person, that's cool too. And I can tell you how you can get a copy of these. These are basically small things. A lot of it is things that I just do. The free things, the notes from several of the videos that I've done, the PowerPoints from several videos I've done, and just converted into small resource material for coaches. And I just share those just for you being a subscriber to my channel, because I just appreciate it so much. And also, if you buy the big book of bucks or my offensive line manual for gap scheme, I'll be more than happy to also send you any of these things that you want. And that's not everything. That's just a lot of the more popular things. So be sure to do that. All right. So that's been the gap down backer blocking scheme versus a blitzing defense with a packed box. This time it was some version of 3-3 or 5-3. All right. Don't forget, be sure to subscribe. Also like the videos and share the channel. Share the crap out of it. By the way, we have done it. We have monetized the channel. It just happened last week. I've got to tell a few friends that it happened. Of course, I ain't got paid yet. I'm like Forrest Gump. I ain't seen any of that money yet. But they said when it gets to a certain point that it's there. You may see more commercials on these videos now. I don't know. But be sure to like, subscribe, and share the channel. Get resource materials by contacting me at my email right here, seagle.chip at gmail.com. Until next time, y'all, you know what I like to say. And if you don't know what I mean by it, hit me up. Be elite.